Hello you guys, welcome to a very special video. This is a video that I've been waiting to make until this very moment, where we have full descriptions of our boy Thoma. And yes, I know, he was kind of revealed in a hangout event and we got to look at some of the stuff he could do, but this was something that I was waiting for this specific moment, because now we can look through each of his skills, his abilities, and even his attack animations free from worry. So why don't we begin? I'm going to be going through Thoma's abilities and what I got right on with my theories. So we're going to break it down a little bit differently this time. So I will start with saying, yes, he is a polearm user. I think we all knew that, but that was also confirmed, you know, the day he was teased. So cool. And also, you know, in his art, he does have the Kitaian spear, you know, purple and gold. So I was right about him having a signature weapon. It was kind of obvious, but at the same time, these weapons are made for the character. And so it seems like Thoma's going to use this weapon and it's going to be very good for him. So if you have the Kitaian spear, use it. It's going to be great on your boy Thoma. So I'm also going to talk about the ability parts that I got right. But first, we're going to look at his normal attacks here. It seems like he has a 4-part normal attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. And his third attack does a little multi-hit. I personally think Thoma's going to be really good as a physical damage dealer with the Crescent Pike if you build him correctly. I think him with the Crescent Pike and Retracing Bowlight is going to be his best physical set if you can manage that. I unfortunately cannot test that out because I don't have the Bowlight set because it was rude to me. Anyway, yeah, so 4 consecutive strikes, normal charge attack, whatever. Now the fun part. So he was a shielder this whole time. I cannot believe that Thoma was a shielder, because remember, my third and final suggestion for his elemental skill or something was, I don't think he can do this, but you know, he could, you know, shield, and maybe based on a mark system where he would, you know, protect his allies based on, you know, the mark he throws on an enemy or something. I think I made that his elemental burst. Yeah, I made it his elemental burst, and his skill was like a mark that did different debuffs and stuff. So I was very close, but should have known that the mark idea would not be on Thoma. But here we are. He is a protector. He had the shield idea the whole time. I totally misled you guys. You know, I knew he would be a shielder. I freaking knew it. What do you mean? So yeah, he is a shielder. I was right about a slight thing for his elemental skill. So Thoma vaults forward. By the way, he deals damage with that, so that's interesting. So that triggers the passive of his of the Kitaian spear. You can see that secondary energy effect. So this is why the Kitaian spear is going to be good on him, because he's going to use the elemental skill. It deals some damage, buffed up some damage, and refunds some energy. So yeah. Anyway, he vaults forward with his polearm and delivers a flame-filled flying kick. That is a... I can't believe I said that for the first time. That deals AoE pyro damage. Oh yeah, it does do an AoE. It's kind of a cleave. While summoning a defensive blazing barrier. At the moment of casting, Thoma's elemental skill applies pyro to himself, so he can cleanse himself just like Kokomi can cleanse herself as well. The damage absorption of blazing barrier scales off of Thoma's max HP. Very good. The blazing barrier has the following traits: absorbs pyro damage more efficiently. When a new blazing barrier is obtained, the remaining damage absorption of an existing blazing barrier will stack, and its duration will be refreshed. Very cool. The maximum damage absorption of blazing barrier will not exceed a certain percent. Okay, we knew that part already. So he can essentially upkeep his barrier near infinitely from what we've seen. And his burst, oh boy. Oh, it is probably his most unique kit. So I'm very excited for Thoma's burst. And let me tell you, I was right about him being a pyro applicator. Now, whether this is more practical than I was hoping is up for debate. Because from what we've seen, it seems like Thoma's pyro application is kind of bad. It happens every 1 second. So it's like that. It's like boom, boom. So it applies like that. And so apparently his flames also have an ICD, so he doesn't do a lot of melting. But, you know, you can have your team be the one doing the melts and the vaporizes. So that's kind of what Thoma's role has been. He's kind of not a DPS, but I will make him a DPS. You freaking wait. So, yeah, so I was correct about him having a pyro applicator support role. Never did I think he would be a shielder. That duo is gonna be broken. I am so excited for Thoma to be absolutely busted in a good way. Though I feel like he is not gonna be exactly a Singcho but pyro. He's gonna be close, but you see his range is very limited and also has like a cone. So you have to position enemies kind of behind, not really in front, because you see that guy over there kind of got like a little messed up over there. He was getting hit, but it can get out of range a little. So yeah, so let's look at this. Thoma spins his polearm, slicing his foes with roaring flames that deal AoE pyro damage and weave themselves into a scorching Oyoroi. Scorching Oyoroi. While Scorching Oyoroi is in effect, the active character's normal attacks will trigger a fiery collapse, dealing the AoE pyro damage and summoning a blazing barrier. So let's see. Is this also a blazing barrier? Yes, it is. So blazing barrier is now, we can see it from this talent. There it is. It had a little circle. But it has the Oyoroi little armor pieces that trigger the collapse, and I think might also have a shield attached to it. So it's a miniature shield on top of that. But each of the attacks summon a blazing barrier, which means he can refresh his barrier every time your character attacks. It's great. It's great. So Thoma's going to be an AoE shielder with his burst, and that's amazing. I love co-op shielders, but if only we can get co-op content. Anyway, while Scorching Oyorio's effect, it'll trigger a fire collapse and summon a blazing barrier. The fiery collapse can trigger every 1 second. All right. We know that. And except for the amount of damage they can absorb, the blazing barriers created in this way are identical to his skill. Okay. Except for the amount of damage they can absorb. Okay, so the amount of damage they can absorb. Ooh, I hope this isn't tied to his burst talent, because that might mean the talents will have to be separate, where level 8 barrier on his skill will be not carried over to a level 6 or so burst. That might suck. So I'm glad I'm actually changing my level up path to make Thoma's skill and burst level 9. I was going to level his normal attacks, but then I realized I'm not ready for that. So be careful. I would take a look at his burst and see if you have to level it. If the values are separate and they scale separately, that's going to really suck. But if it's just like, oh, they're weaker, then that's fine. Whatever. Maybe it's just a co-op thing. Who knows? Yeah, well, stack has the same stacking effect. That's cool. Yeah. So if Thoma falls, the effect will be cleared. So remember, it's all off-field stuff. So that's awesome. So there you go. We just went through Thoma together, and those are the things I got right. I knew he was going to be a pyro support and a polearm user, but in this way, that's pretty cool. So he's going to be a shielder, while also being a pyro applicator. I knew the pyro applicating part, but like shielding, I was not expecting that. So, all right, Thoma, all right. I had an idea that he would be like either a debuffer or a buffer, but I guess shields can kind of count as buffing, but I don't know. But there you go. That's what I was correct on for Thoma. I was kind of correct. I would say I was like half correct. So don't give me that much credit. I'm a little frightened for when Goro's skills get released. So our poor boy Goro is gonna be probably butchered. I can just smell it. So anyway, yeah. So that is Thoma. I'm not really gonna read this story stuff because this is just stuff later. I did find out though that there it is. Thoma's not very good with alcohol. Don't laugh before you say it. Yes, I wondered about this. This is why it is a Mondstatter. But you know, drinking too much alcohol is bad for you. Anyway, so not drinking is a good thing. It's so cute. I love that. So even though he's a Mondstatter, he doesn't like the wine. Oh man. All right. Well, you guys, that was my little rundown of Thoma's skills and what I got right. Here, why don't we watch his character trailer together as a final hurrah? All right, here we are watching the character demo of Thoma, Blazing Defense. All right.
The way I see it, housekeeping is a unique skill set. Cleaning, cooking, and mending are among my greatest strengths. I'm not from Inazuma originally. I took a boat all the way here from Mondstadt. Inazumans are definitely more particular about etiquette than Mondstatters. On that note, if you ever want my lady's opinion, you may have to coax it out of her. She's so polite, she doesn't always speak her mind. People whose attention is always focused on other people's weaknesses tend to expose their own weaknesses pretty easily.
Look at that, Kitain Spear. So pretty. Oh, this is a rockin' theme. Xingyan would be proud.
Check this out! Supporting fire!
Supporting fire, I love that. I noticed one of his animations kind of has a little sweeping motion to it.
How about we go for a nice meal sometime? My treat, of course.
Yes, please. Oh, that was sweet. That was so sweet. Oh my god, Thoma, I love you. You're so good. Oh my goodness. Sorry. I want to see the battle part one more time. That was a really quick trailer.
Check this out.
Boom. I like how they made the energy noise. Oh, I love. He has such, yeah, there, that was the sweeping strike. Oh, it's so good, man.
Hey, how about we go?
Thoma was, Thoma's great in battle and also the greatest male wife. Love it. I love how he's like also sweeping up here. It's like, are you kidding me? I swear, if that's not like an idle animation, I'm gonna be very disappointed. It's probably not because I think we saw it in the Hangout. But anyway, that was Thoma's trailer and his deep dive for his abilities. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm so sorry videos have been slow lately. They're gonna pick back up again, only a little. I'll make an update video on what I've been up to and stuff. So if you want to see more of me and don't want to wait for a video, you can come hang out with me on my Twitch. It's a really fun time. I stream on Tuesdays, will be my Genshin Impact days, and I will be kind of migrating to other games throughout the weeks, but I will be streaming probably more, probably 3 days a week. So Tuesdays, maybe Wednesdays occasionally, Thursdays, and sometime on the weekend. So stay tuned if you want to go hang out with me on Twitch, all right? Otherwise, thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate you all very much, and thank you for loving the theory videos that I did and seeing this full circle with Thoma here, where we finally get to see his stuff. So anyway, I will see you later. Love you lots. Bye-bye.